I guess we'll catch up with Kavita when she joins. But we have 9 people, and I don't want to, hold up everybody. So just kind of housekeeping rules is like, please mute your line when you're not talking, so that way we don't get a lot of echo. Although Howard is not online tonight, we'll pick on him.
Before you
And
get too far, should you hit record first so she can put together minutes?
It's
yeah,
recording.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I don't see Kavita join in, but anyway, so thank you everyone for joining the meeting. Today is February 21st, 2023, and this is the Columbus XCOM monthly meeting, and I'd like to call the meeting to order. And good evening. Hope everyone had a good day. It's a beautiful day outside, and get some sunshine. And so we do have a few people that are new on the meeting. So if you don't mind, have a share about yourself. Have a 60-second commercial. We'll see. We have David Dean. Welcome. Would you like to share about yourself with the group?
Sure. Sure. It's David Dean. I'm in 2 different departments at Ohio State, material science, engineering, and plastic and reconstructive surgery. Our work is with medical images for virtual surgical planning.
Great. Thank you. Okay, so
Welcome.
are you part of the EMBS?
I am.
Okay, great. All right. We have what else new here? Ratna.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ratna. I am new here. I'm an electrical engineer, and mostly I work as a in industrial automation, like robotics and the PLC stuff. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. And Ratna just also is a Mettler recruit, so she's working with us as well.
Yep.
All right. So we
Thank
have
you.
Pete. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. I'm Peter Mercadante. I'm the vice chair with Chad for the Young Professionals, IEEE. I'm a product manager, and I work at Mettler Toledo with Helen. I have 2 degrees in computer science, and that's about it. Happy to be here. It's nice to meet with everybody.
Right. Great. Thank you, Peter. And we have, what else am I missing here? Raymond. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Hi, my name is Ray Sprungel. I'm relatively new in town working at Battelle. I work in RF design, RF engineering research. And I did 15 years ago finish a master's degree at Ohio State. So I'm a little bit new to town, but not entirely new to the area.
Great. It's good to know somebody working on RF.
Right.
So we have Nero Nahar. Good afternoon. You're muted.
Hi, this is Nero. I'm from Ohio State. I work as a research faculty here, and I graduated from Ohio State also. And we have a problem with the committee now, and I'm the chair for the AP MTT committee chapter that we have at OSU. I mean, RF and optics. That's about it. Thank you.
Oh, great. Thank you. Because we haven't had any contact with Dr. Bringer in a while. So it's good to hear that you guys are doing some events, or at least starting the joining the meeting. So that's
Yeah, Alexandra left, and you know, I was not sure. I took over, but I was not sure I had some stuff, so I finished that, and then I wanted to reconnect with all the other personnel there was, and none of them wanted to take over. So I took over, even though I was a chair and I was like in all those three positions before. So yeah, hopefully we'll get a good start, and we'll get it back to the old form soon. Thank you.
Yes, great. Yeah, I know we had a few events in the past at the ESL lab, so hopefully we can start doing some joint event again
Yeah,
this year.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That'll be
welcome,
great.
welcome.
I'm from ESL also. You know, that's our main electromagnetics lab anyway. So yep.
Yes, yeah. And I also would like to introduce, we have Dr. Berger is our vice chair, and we have Kavita Bangalore is our current secretary. And we have Howard Jones is our past secretary and chair and many other roles that he had done in the past. We had Bryant Farrow, which is our DeVry online student president. And who else did I miss? Dr. Nasser Kashu, he's the EMBS chair at the moment. And Ian, of course, our webmaster, and myself, Helen Winfrey. So thank you everyone for taking the time to join the meeting. And with that, Kavita, good evening. We want to go through the minutes.
Hi, good evening all. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Is there something from my side? I have to do something from my side, Helen, or?
Just one. I forgot to send you an email, but correction on the minutes is Richard Slywinski. That's with an I.
Oh, okay.
So that's with an I, and he is a IEEE member. So if you can correct that, Ian, are you in control of the slide? So go ahead and make the correction.
And I
Okay.
think the member ID has to be added too. And I think Ian said that he would be getting the ID from one of the records or something.
Yes. You remove Richard.
According to these ID numbers, I'm the elder statesman here.
Yes, yes. I think between you and Howard is Howard is yeah, so you get a 01, Howard is 02. So
So I'm even older than Howard?
no, you've been a member longer probably.
That's what I mean.
Yes, uh,
I'm
you
more
but
I'm more senior to Howard.
yes, are you a life member now, Dr. Berger?
I will be a life member in 3 months.
Oh, cool. Yes, yes.
2.5.
I have 10 more years to before I get my life members. All right, we can fix that. I guess we don't want to spend too much time in here. I don't know what Ian is doing here, but so just change the Y to an I. So can you make a note on that, Kavita?
Okay, I'll make note of that.
Okay, right. And then we'll probably get some members for you. I can get OU Analytics and get a membership number. So with that, we can go to the chair report. I think I don't have any changes to that. You can scroll down, Ian. Um, And the treasurer's report, of course, we have the budget. We did pass the budget for 2023, and then Daniel was able to upload all the necessary documentation into next gen. So we should be good for this year and be able to get the additional 10% bonus for doing it early. So, okay. Professional societies, we do have events coming up, and this is, I believe, it's going to be at Ohio State now, between Saul and Dr. Berger had made that decision since I wasn't, I didn't give any much input. Well, we're gonna have it at Ohio State, which is good because we can hopefully have a really good turnout between the students and the faculties and also the members, the section members. Okay, educational society. I think we had a motion to have Carl and Ian to chair and vice chair on that. Treasurer's report. Any?
We could interject if you want to, just that Carl has been officially added as vice chair. Remember, we did
Yes.
that through vTools, so we
Yeah,
carved out a new.
totally forgot.
I want to just say that that was a completed task.
Yes, it was. It is. Thank you. So that's completed. Society updates. I think Dr. Nasser Kashu had been working, and I see an email back and forth to try to get reinstate the EMBS. We can see what the progress on that during the update. In Power Society, I have not been able to have a good contact with Austin, but Daniel is keeping us apprised of what's happening with the team. Probably need to get in touch with the Solid State. They've been having a lot of events, but they have not joined our meeting lately. So I'll try to get them informed, or maybe not, try to get this e-notice a little bit early for everybody to put it in their calendar. Okay, women in engineering, so that's no issue there. It's just busy right now as we are planning for the October we conference in October.
So you don't want to have any event in March?
We have the events in March, and that is the STEM. That is part of the we.
Oh, okay.
The
That's part of
STEM
the
night.
week? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
but we can talk offline if you want to do additional events in March.
Yeah, I think we should do something, like it would be good to have some women event because every other org is doing it. And March 8th is the International Women's Day. So,
Okay. All right. So you and we can discuss that
okay.
later. All right. Thank you. Any Ohio State, Dr. Berger, any comments on your notes?
On the no, I think that's as far as
Okay.
the minutes. Yeah.
All right. Great. So are there anybody have any comments or corrections with the January 19 minutes?
I move to approve the January minutes.
Okay, Dr. Berger, motion.
One sec, Helen. There was an email from Howard. Today morning I saw it. I didn't have the time during the day to make any changes. There was something about the motion 2023. Is there something wrong with the numbering? Is Howard on the call? Is he on the call?
I don't see him.
I think Howard is
Howard
in the
is
call.
in the call.
Oh, yes, he
right
is.
now.
Yes. Yeah, yes, there he is.
Howard, can you comment on the minutes? Where is I didn't
A
notice.
numbering issue was there, he said. So I thought it's better we rectify it.
Okay, can you start from the top, Ian?
I hope he talks, or let me open the email and check it once.
Okay,
Well, I
so
sent
motion.
I sent him a request to unmute. But
Oh.
he's not replying to it, so he must not be at his computer at the moment.
Okay, so motion 1-1. So that might be an issue there.
Okay, he was, yeah, I got the email he sent.
He's unmuted. He unmuted.
Okay, good.
Howard?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. I think the minutes were good. What I noticed, there were two things that I made the comments to you on. One, on the motions as you go, you start with 23, 1.1, that's the first month, January. And the first motion is 0.1. As you go through, they should be in sequence. And I noticed you started renumbering when you got over to educational activity, you did it 1.1 again.
Yeah, on page 3.
All you need to do is go through and put in the as far as emotions through there is just putting the motions,
Yes.
and then the adjournment is actually got a 2022 10.4, which was an old.
Yeah, right there.
That's all I'm trying to do is point out that's the sequence we've used. You can do whatever sequence you want. It started out the right way, but it got messed up a little bit. The other thing, my recommendation is that you should use a last name for everybody on the motions. Not necessarily you got mixture of last names and first names. That's just a suggestion. I don't have a problem. You can improve them like they are. I just think as you go forward, you need to just use the last names and then just do the sequence. When you get into February, you'll start with 2.1 is the first motion, and then just continue in sequence 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, whatever, till you get to the end of the motions. So that's all I recommended. I think you did a good job on it, by the way. I just saw those things and I didn't get them to you earlier like I intended.
Okay, got it. Yeah, thanks, Howard. I got the point.
Okay.
Okay.
I went through and changed those few mentions right away while he was talking. The only one I can't really get fixed is this issue with Richard.
Yeah, it's just a formatting, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
No, it's actually a table. It's a table.
Table. Okay.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
what I
table.
thought, but for some reason, look at this. This table's odd. Never seen
No,
the
it
table
is
set up like
actually,
that.
no, you have done a entry. You should create a new row there. So if you create Richard, wherever Richard is, just create it as a new row. Delete it first, remove that, and just that one. Yeah.
Best way is just to click on the table
And create a new row there. Yeah.
and put the lines so you can see the grid on.
You can put the grid on and you will get more clarity. Yeah. Yeah. Just put a add new row just above that or something.
Insert row below. There we go. Yep. Oh my god. This is annoying.
Yeah, it's just it's noted to fix it. Just put a new one and then delete that other one. Yeah, that's it. With the I, with the I.
Yeah. I always spell his name wrong. I always think it's Silwinski. Alright. There.
Okay, now you can delete that other one. Okay, that sounds good. So anything else on the minutes? And I think I heard Dr. Berger made a motion to approve the January 19 minutes.
With changes.
With changes. And then second.
I think I'm hearing Nasser second. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, Nasser seconded.
Okay. So January 19, 23 minutes is approved. Everyone who agrees, say aye.
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 Okay. And oppose? Okay, motion is carried to approve the January 19 minutes. Okay, thank you, Kavita. I know it took you a long time to do it. It's for the first time, so you give us some, you know, like recommendation on how to do it fast. I know Howard has done it for so long, and he's take a lot of time putting together the minutes. So I know it's a lot of work, but thank you for your work on that. With that, we're just gonna go through the list, and for the chair, I think this week is the most important event this week is the e-week, and I do believe Dr. Berger and Kavita, are you still okay to go to the event?
It's on
Yes,
Thursday, right?
Thursday, yes.
Yeah, I'm fine.
yeah, I
Okay.
can go. It'll make a busy day, but I can go. If you really need me, I can be there.
All right. So I will send you, just in case you didn't get the time and the date. So I will send you the invite again. And I do apologize to the section that I wasn't able to send out an e-notice to invite the section to the event. Hopefully I'll do a little bit better next month when we do in April, especially the legislative day. So legislative day, Howard and I do participate in the planning, and we have completed the roster for the speakers. That's all done now, so we can advertise it very quickly within the Ohio sections. Hopefully we can get participation from all the other sections, and definitely try to get some, you know, funding from them, so we don't have to shoulder it, the support from our section alone. But I do encourage, we're gonna start sending out save the date and notification for those members that are PE. It is um, 4 hours that they can have a certification for $35. That's, I do believe, is it $35, Howard, or it was, did we change the price? I think it's $35 still. So that is a very good registration fee for a 4 hours certificate. Okay, and then I do believe that's all I have. I would like to encourage everyone to start planning your events for your section. As you're aware, the section does have get better refunds when you have at least 4 events, and then that's part of your expenses that you can request for the following year. So just having events gives you at least $200 rebate. And if you have more events, then you get more. And also just announcement for the student for the that it's still a 50% off for this year for membership development. Hopefully they'll continue that. I know there's a lot of drive about lowering the membership dues compared to some of the other region, but yeah, I think we've have paid our dues for a long time that I don't, it's not really much of an issue for a lot of the US members. But there are a lot of, there are some people in this region 1 and region 2 that is pushing to reduce the professional membership dues. And also, I see Saul online? No, I don't see Saul. By the way, who is 7403? Is that Bob? Is that you?
I he was he joined from a phone, so I trying to remember what number he has to press on his phone in order to unmute because he got muted because he was making a lot of noise.
Okay. Okay, that must be
So,
Bob's. It says 740. 334. Okay, so he did send me a message.
Yeah, Bob, I
Oh
think if you just
no,
push a
I'm
certain number.
unmuted now.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah, I just saw your email, Bob. I mean your message. I'm sorry that we had a carryover from the meeting about the Whitehall Library. So you're at the library?
Yeah, I'm in my car in the parking lot. I
Oh,
searched the
okay.
meeting rooms and nobody was there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. I'm sorry.
I thought it was a hybrid meeting.
Yeah.
I thought it was too at first.
Yeah. Okay. I'll make sure I'll fix it next meeting. Actually, think about next meeting in March. I would like, at the beginning, discuss about having at least one meeting a quarter face to face. So I may want to have the March meeting as a face to face meeting. But then again, we do have a lot of event in March, especially the March 27. So maybe March
Yeah,
27.
they have that here on the library schedule, don't they?
No, I believe it's in Ohio State.
Oh, really? Because they
Mhm.
had it when I asked. They had it here on the schedule too. I thought.
Yes, because I scheduled it because that was a tentative schedule with Seoul. But then
Oh, okay.
we made a few changes. So thank you for reminding me. I need to cancel that.
Yeah, because otherwise I would be at the wrong place.
No, because I haven't put that in the notice yet.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right. Let's see. That's all I have. Paul, any thing on the vice chair report?
Mm.
Okay,
Paul,
Paul,
if you're talking, you're muted.
you're muted.
Thanks. I was moving around, so I muted myself. Forgot I hadn't done that. I don't really have a report per se, but I have a question. Do we know when the Region 2 award nominations will be decided, when we may hear results?
I have not heard anything, but I could send an email to the awards committee. What is the status for that? I know I saw a notification for the section award nomination again, and also there was like a personal service award. So we can check on the status of that, but I have not heard any response since we turned in. It was in, I believe, December, right? It was end of November when we sent it.
Yeah, let me check. I should have it on my hard drive here, but yeah, it's been a little while, so I thought we should have heard by now.
Yeah, because they did have sent out call for nomination for the section again. And
It may have been. It may have been even as old as September. I think it was September. Am I wrong? Let me see.
No,
Oh,
no, it was not for the individual awards. The individual awards, I believe we completed at the end of November.
you're right. Here, I found my letter of recommendation for you, and that is dated November 27.
Yes,
So
I
yeah,
I
so
thought I'm sorry. I thought I'd seen something earlier, some time ago, that the awards were coming out in March, but I haven't seen anything or heard anything about it. I saw something one time, but I don't know whether that's right or wrong.
okay.
okay. All right. Any other questions with that?
No, that's the only answer, Vice Chair. Uh,
Okay.
and then I guess it'll come up with Master's EMBS, but I was just wondering if if I was able to connect the dots to the EMBS officers to get that reconstituted. But maybe I should defer and let Master talk about that when it's his turn.
Okay. Thank you. Right. With that, we can move to Daniel is not present today, but he did send out the treasurer's report earlier, and I really appreciate Daniel's and his work on that. It's a very thorough report, so that's good. And with that, we can go into the professional societies. I do not see Seoul, but like I said, we have that event with Intel on March 27. So I do believe Dr. Berger that's going to be in what facility at Ohio State?
That's the old conference room that we've always used in long pre-COVID, which is room 260, Dries Laboratory.
Okay.
Standard conference room. Everybody may be out of habit of going there, and be a bit rusty, but it's 260 Dries, not to be confused with 260 Baker, which is an attached building and just down the hallway. Some people accidentally go to the wrong room number.
Okay. So I will get in touch with Saul to make sure that the notice is going to be sent out with the address and direction to the facility. But please put it on your calendar. We want to make sure that we get a good participation for the event.
I would recommend parking in Tuttle parking garage, and I don't know what the current protocol is, but I might be able to get some limited parking vouchers or 1 hour timestamp or something like that potentially that could reduce. I don't know quite how that all works, but because it's an automated vending system, so I don't know how that works. There's not a person. But I'll see what I can do. But usually in the old days, pre-COVID, you would only get a limited number for your event for like the speaker and so forth.
So if you park at the Union, will it be very far away from the place?
Yeah, that's pretty far. You're pretty much the other side of campus. We're basically by the football stadium. So total parking is you enter the parking garage with the state football stadium literally like 1 block in your rearview mirror.
It's not that bad anyway. I've been there multiple times with the student meeting, so just try to get there early to make sure. But the parking is not too bad. It's a short walk to the Dries lab.
What
It's a
time is
very
the
short.
meeting? What time is the meeting?
We will send out a notice. I haven't had a note exactly what time. Um,
Okay.
so I will work with Saul to get the e-notice. Okay.
Okay.
Educational activities. I think, Ian, we have that March 17 for the STEM. I did send an email to the organizers and waiting for response on that.
All right. That's what I was gonna bring up anyway. Like I knew about that event, and I was gonna ask if you had ever sent him a message or anything, because I didn't see any means of contact. So
Yeah, there's the person that I forwarded is in the email below. Also, Ian, myself, and Howard, and my husband, we volunteer at the Mat Counts last week, I believe, and that was the first face-to-face math counts in the past couple of years. So that was exciting to see a lot of students. Um, it was middle school, I think 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, and they did have a very good sets of questions, and looking through some of those questions at a very short time, and I kind of feel bad for the kids. And
I did too. I interacted with. I had a spare book in my room, and I actually was trying some of these questions out, like without touching a calculator at all. And I'm
yeah,
like,
but
man,
majority of them did really good. So it was very encouraging, and then that's a good. Maybe next year we'll plan it a little bit better and make it a section event, because they did have a lot of volunteer grading. I think Ian and Howard was proctor. We graded, and some of the people have ended up grading, 4 schools. We ended up doing 2 schools, but for we definitely need more volunteer.
mm-hmm.
I'd like to
Okay.
mention state math counts comes up in March, and if anybody volunteers, that list will probably come out asking you if you would volunteer for the state math counts competition. It'll be held in March. I don't have the date right now, but it's going to be at Columbus State.
Yeah, I think it's March 11, Howard.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, March 11th, so that would be the state, and whoever win in that competition goes into the national at Washington. So, okay. Webmaster, Ian, I know we have some problem with our website, so we need to sit down and start really looking into that. We still need a lot of work that needs to be done with the website.
Well, what I'm gonna do is the regional website. We're gonna be doing some updates here soon. Ethan had actually just came out with like a plan of action, and I'm thinking I'm gonna try to follow that plan of action on the Columbus section at the same time as well. So he kind of gave a good little list of things to tackle, and then I figured, you know what, this actually would also be good beneficial for the Columbus section with the timeline that he put together. So I'm gonna try to tackle both those at the same time.
All right.
But to help me keep my head off the regional website, Ethan's also going to be involved in that as well. So he's going to be also getting into editing the regional site with me.
Yes, and he's a volunteer for the We also, so
Mm-hmm.
he's helping us with that.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Thank you. So like I said, Daniel's not here, so student activities. I don't have Saul. Okay, section advisor Bob. Did we ever heard anything from region about our local procedure?
No, I'm gonna call him up and ask about it.
Okay.
I think someone is leaving. I think David is leaving.
Yes, yes. I think he sent a message that he's to go. Okay, thank you.
He's still on. He's just unmuted, I
All
thought.
right. Well, thank you for attending, and we'll keep in touch with you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We have a new attendee who could probably take over where we're at right now for the student activities. Soul is on here now.
Hi. I
Hi.
drove to the Whitehall Library. Didn't see you.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Actually Bob is there too in the parking lot. So I apologize that I didn't catch that it had a hybrid on it. So I'm sorry. And so you were
I,
late. Are you still at the library, or you went home?
I'm
he's
home.
at home, obviously.
Oh, okay. All right.
I
Sorry.
had a feeling I should have just gone to the library anyway, just in case. I should have tried getting her room reserved or something, just in case.
Yeah. All right. Well, Saul, would you like to share? I know we talk about the March 27 meeting.
Right.
Um,
I asked them today if they like that name. I'll move to Ohio. She says she's in a meeting all day and we'll know in a couple of days. So we don't want to publicize it yet. But I'm thinking it's gonna be room 260, Dries Lane, and we'll um, set up refreshments at 5 with a meeting at 5:30. Pace wants to be a part of it too, and I'm pretty sure Professor Berger will want either um, student chapter or EDS or both to be a part of it. That's up to him. I'll let him introduce the speaker. That okay?
okay. So,
Wonderful. Yes, I'd like to get both involved because, yeah, student chapter could use a little, yeah, that would be good. That'd be great.
okay. Yeah,
Outstanding.
great. So when we do the event, we make sure that we have the section pace and then the electron device and the student section as the host or co-host for the event.
Correct.
Oh,
Ian, aren't you recording the meeting? You are?
Yes, yes, he is.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I can't see the okay.
Yeah, you won't see it, but it on the top of my screen it says recording in progress. So
But they also will, the one speaker will be Emily Smith, but there'll also be an engineer there, talk about the technical parts. And we don't know all those names yet, but I'll get back to you guys in a couple days.
okay, great. Thank you, Saul.
My pleasure.
Okay, so auditor, we're still looking for somebody that would be willing to be an auditor for the section. I know we are way behind in doing that, and then and it's in Howard's worry bucket, I guess, that we haven't done it. But I think this last couple of years with Daniel working on the books it looks pretty good. It's just like we were just delinquent on the prior years, and it's a lot of work that been done. I know Jim really did a lot of work, and unfortunately we weren't able to complete that. So that would be a task that we should, as a section, focus on trying to get done before national gets in our case. So section advisor, I think we already, Bob, did we skip you?
No, I said I was going to contact Region 2, give them a call to see what the status is of our local operating procedures. But other than that, I don't have anything else for tonight.
Okay, thank you. And the SPACs, as most of you may have known yet, but IEEE decided to discontinue SPACs. They're doing other things related to the students, but sadly they have stopped doing that committee, I guess. And I think Jim Watson has discussed that in our banquet in November. So we need to start looking for some other event that the students can participate on. I know they have code competitions and other things during IEEE week in October, but I'm not sure if they're having like a major competition event like with the SPAC. With that, we can go into the societies. So It's great that we have Nero, I believe. Who's is our APMTT? Yeah, chair. Okay. Um, welcome. Would you like to share what's planning ahead for the APMTT?
So for now, I am trying to get another person who was in the committee, Krista. She was the treasurer, so I have talked to her, and she agreed to be on the committee. So we had a meeting 2 weeks ago. Now this coming week we are going to meet together and then have some, speaker soon. That's the first thing we want to get to. And we'll,
Great.
of
Yeah.
course, notify you once we have that planned.
Great. Yeah, that's definitely would like to attend some of these events for the section and
Mm-hmm.
open it to the rest of the section, because right
Yeah.
now the structure of the e-notice is just like is for you as the APMTT, and sometimes you can't send e-notice to the rest of the section.
Huh.
So
Okay.
that would be good if you let us know what's going on with your society. Right, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
And power engineering, oh, okay, I'm skipping, sorry. Bob, for communication?
Yeah, I'm contacting Star Dynamics in Hilliard, Ohio. They're a small business, but they manufacture radar systems and do radar metrology and radar measurements and test instrumentation. And they have some openings for digital electronics engineers and RF engineers. So I'm going to see if they would be open to having a IEEE tour and presentation there. And I'll get back to you when I find out what they say.
Okay, great. Yeah, that'd be good, get good contact to put on our, probably need to start making a list in Collaboratech on some of these industries that are looking for engineers. Everybody's always need to have a job connection sometimes to look for possible employment opportunities. Okay, thank you, Bob. Control Society, I do not see Carl. We'll probably need to find somebody to help him with that, because I'll be afraid that he's going to get decommissioned for not reporting any event for the last couple of years. Okay, with that, Dr. Berger on the electron devices.
Yeah, it's very similar to past reports. I'm still trying to reschedule the past president of the Electron Device Society. He indicated to me in the fall that he would be driving through Ohio once again. He's retired now, and he would be in a position to give a talk, but his travel dates keep waffling, so I don't have a date yet. There was another speaker I was trying to get as a virtual speaker from Europe, and I need to nag him again because he became a little bit unresponsive. So those are going to be two speaker events, and I usually try to host, two speaker events. That would be kind of meet my quorum, and then in addition to the um, to the event with Saul and supporting that, I don't know, that kind of puts me over the top. And then in addition, what I'm trying to do is do what I want to do is a tour. The Intel site, for instance, isn't there's nothing there but dirt movers and stuff like that. There's nothing there to tour. But there is going in the other direction, a company that is silicon related as you go towards Cincinnati. And it's close enough to do a road trip. And I contacted them and they're willing to do a tour of their facility on silicon manufacturing. But it's limited to 8 to 10 people. And uh, from OU from the OU analytics, I know that my EDS members locally are pretty much faculty and above. There's not a lot of students in the local EDS photonics section here locally. So what I was wanting to do is reinvigorate the IEEE graduate student body. We have lost a number of people due to graduations, so we're kind of going through a lull, and I need to reconstitute it and then see through their eyes of who would want to make a road trip. So I'm actually thinking Saul's event on March 27th will be a catalyst for that and really get things, the juices going, and we can possibly even have a sign-up sheet where people interested in going can sign up, and we can draw straws to see, to make sure we meet the limited seating arrangements. So yeah, so tour, 2 talks, and augmenting Saul's event.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, thank you.
You're on Nasser with engineering.
Yes, so we get to the updates on the EMBS, trying to reestablish the section. Like I said, I've seen a lot of kind of back and forth on that. Dr. Nasher.
Yeah, so I want to thank Dr. Berger for his efforts, effective efforts to get this started. We reached out to several different people at the national level to get me to the right link, I guess, the right person. And although the last email I received said this should be straightforward and easy, the website, the IEEE website, isn't very user-friendly, unfortunately. On the positive note, I did go ahead and submit I guess a petition to start they said the easiest way to do it per the conversations with Dr. Berger and CCD was to just submit a new chapter petition for the EMBS because it was deactivated. And I went ahead and did that actually just today. I didn't get the chance to get to that until today. So I went ahead and submitted it. I believe it's gonna go to you, Helen, or maybe one of you guys. I guess somebody has to at the local levels sign off on it, and before it goes up for the national guys to approve it. But I may be mistaken from what I read. But I went ahead and started the process, so hopefully that gets activated soon. Once that's official, the plan is to reach out to um, some of the colleagues in the biomedical engineering department at OSU. And I know in the past what I've done was I've worked with some of the graduate seminar series and pretty much sponsored that. And then that would be each one of those seminars would count as an IEEE sponsored EMBS seminar. And you can advertise that, and but I need to I guess active status soon and get with the current advisor or professor that's running those seminars, at least in the BME department. I know there's also the tower, the Pioneer Biotechnology Tower on medical campus. They also do some biomedical related research and activities. I have some people there I can reach out to, but that's the plan. So that's where I'm at right now.
That sounds beautiful, amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Berger, for doing that. And, hopefully we'll get something soon. Yeah.
Right, great. Yes, definitely. Yeah, in even some of those series, I know Dr. Berger does a lot of some of these webinar series, and you can, the pandemic has taught us how to reach out and have a wide array of wide audiences from around the world. So definitely that can count for events. And that's one of those things that you can easily have the student section to join those events as well. So you get credits, that's one easy way to get credits for events is join some of these events, even with the other region. Okay, great. It's good. Power Society. I don't think I have anybody from the Power Engineering Society. So same with PS Advisor. Signal processing. I'm not sure about the signal processing. I know I have some communication with Currying Lee last year, but I don't see them reporting events to date. Solid state, I was getting good, actually, for the treasurer and the secretary. I need to get back to him. He did reach out that they wanted to do some vTools training, which I think since we have a lot of new people coming up, new volunteer, it's one of those things that we probably need to do here soon. I think the region is actually putting up one, so I will go ahead and forward that to everybody in case you did not get an e-notice. And if you have time, it's definitely a good tool to get familiar with. Just get started with creating events and e-notice. That's the easiest way to get around publishing events, and also to get the other section and the other society to join you. So that's on my to-do list for next month. And with that, let's go to the young professional. Peter, I see some email from you earlier with Chad.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm trying to work this out with Chad, but I would like to do maybe more social events, maybe like a board game or video game night, with of course some emphasis on who we are, and maybe maybe more like a recruiting type event. But that's something I would like to make a push for. But I have to get with Chad and see what his thoughts are on that.
Yes, that would be great. And you can always invite that's every time you do an event, we publish it to the section.
Oh,
For
absolutely.
of course
Yeah,
a young professional, that's the focus. And I do we have a good crossover between YP and young professional and the student section. So that would be a good reach and publicity.
perfect.
And I don't think we do. We need young people like you guys to help us usher us into the publicity side of things, because personally I don't think we do too well.
No, of
uh,
course.
yeah.
Is
I
there,
was, oh, sorry.
I was just going to ask, is there an IEEE Monopoly version?
Oh, that would be interesting.
I think there
I'm
was.
not sure,
I
but
think
that
there.
would be a good idea.
I think there was
Yeah.
at one point because it was offered as a door prize at one of the past spring banquets,
I'll
but
have
they
to
only
look
did it
into
for
that.
that one time.
Oh, that's a good idea, but I'll
Yeah,
definitely make sure there's some you know, joint resource with everybody on what we end up doing as far as like social events and stuff, because the more the merrier, right?
yes, it's definitely. And of course, it helps out with expenses. If you have an event and there's 3 sponsors, it's a lot easy on your budget than just having to take it all out of out of your allocated budget.
Definitely gonna go look for the IEEE Monopoly board game. Oh, there we go.
Or-
I'll
yeah.
tell you, if one doesn't exist, apparently there's a way you can make your own. So we could probably make our own.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
I know Pickerington, Ohio made it, and there's actually a wiki page on it somewhere. Violet Opoly, and I actually know the person that wrote that wiki page. Me.
Yep, yep. Okay. Well, thank you, Peter. Um, keep us posted on that for the women in engineering. Like I said, I'm working with Carol Carey as a co-chair for the 2023 we conference in Pittsburgh. So we are setting up some of the committee members. I'm pretty sure in the next month I will be sending an event to be asking for volunteers, especially Kavita, of course. I want her to be involved in some of these events with Region 2, just to get familiar with a lot of the processes. I may reach out to you, Dr. Berger, since you ran the Electron Flexible Circuit Conference a couple of
Yes.
years ago. So just get your pointers on how to do um, like papers and I know last year it was pretty bad. They waited too late to review the papers, and then they only had a few people to review it, so that was very bad. So I may have to ask for volunteer to review papers. Okay, Kavita, do you have anything to add?
Nothing much, Helen. We'll have to discuss about next month. Do we want to do something or something of that sort?
Okay. Yeah, I'll get a meeting with you scheduled this week.
Okay, sounds fine.
All right, thank you. With that, let's get to the student branch. We have Bryant. I believe Bryant is here for DeBry Online.
Hey, yeah, I'm here. So we've actually we've gotten a couple new members joining us on Discord for the student branch, and that's pretty much where everyone meets. I gave a presentation in one of my classes about the IEEE and our student branch. It was just short and to share all of our links and our website, Discord server, and all that stuff. And I actually had quite a few people from my operating systems class that joined afterwards, and we've had at least at least three of them that have actually been um, like engaged in talking to each other in Discord. So that's good because some people join just to check it out, and then we don't see them anymore. So, um, but I know that Ian's been, I think I mentioned it last time, he's been doing a lot of work for us and communicating with people on Discord, and um, we actually, because of him, we have a group that's trying to develop a bot to manage some of the administrative tasks in Discord, and maybe we can have it do more, and maybe more than just operating in Discord as well. So that's exciting. And then our robotics committee chair, Damon Reddy, he's been actually kind of rethinking kind of some of the projects and the direction he might want to go. So we'll probably talk about that more this week, but it also that conversation might have to wait until after DeVry's blackout weeks, which we're in right now. So for the next 2 weeks, DeVry doesn't want us having any official meetings, and we respect that so that people can focus on their classes at the end of the session. So, but yeah, we'll see what Damon says. I'll report back next month. And then our networking committee chair, Shane, has been holding meetings to try and get himself and other people through the CompTIA Networking Plus certification. So I think he's looking to take that. So he's running through the labs in his meetings for anyone that wants to join and be involved. And we're still looking for a computer programming chair. So we had someone from my class that actually emailed me and said he was interested. So I told him to send the application to Professor Golsey, but I don't know if he's done that yet. So maybe I'll reach out to him, but hopefully things keep moving forward.
Okay, great. I know you guys are busy, so that's good. Um, all right, thank you, Brian. So we have, let's see. I did see an email from Daniel that he actually attended the undergrad student meeting at Ohio State. Haven't had any had a chance to discuss with him about the section yet, but we had a communication from the student president now that hopefully they can start doing events again and be active uh, participation into the section to let us aware of what's going on there. Anything else in there, Dr. Berger, that you heard of for the undergrad? It's outside of your purview now.
Yeah, I'm still on their social media, and so I kind of and one of the senior officers is in my senior capstone design class right now, and so between the two, I kind of have a pulse on the nation of what's going on. And one of the events they were running more recently was trying to have a joint meeting with a few interrelated kind of engineering clubs. So, you know, Ohio State has over 1,000 student clubs, and a subset of those are engineering specific. And so one of the clubs I know they were going to have a joint meeting with was EcoCar. So the Center for Automotive Research is building an economical car as part of a national contest. This is the kind of stuff that they frequently do, and so they were going to have a meeting with the IEEE constituency to see about, you know, cross pollination in some way, shape, or form. So it's a clever new thing. I was a little nervous about whether it's going to be bleeding interest away from IEEE and over towards the other clubs, and saying, well, I'd rather build a eco car than be an IEEE. So, but anyway, that's the way that bus is going right now.
Yeah, but it's at the same time it's probably good because sometimes they have robotics project. I've seen students display their project in some of the events, and they have you know, mechanical engineers with them, and then they have computer science and electrical. So I mean, in real world, I guess we all kind of have to cross with all those engineering you know, professions and discipline. So maybe that's a good thing, maybe, because
Hmm.
I do believe that it's just Ohio State has so much, you know, in competition with. It's just got lots and lots of uh, of student sections and then clubs and all kinds of other things. So it's like I remember Haley used to tell me that yeah, you were always in competition with some of these group that unfortunately some of them all they want to do is party, but we like to learn and build things. So maybe that's a good thing of building some of these eco cars concept.
Speaking of party, do you know what the you may have heard me ask this question before, but do you know what the most popular student club at Ohio State is?
uh no idea.
Beer drinking club.
It's the pizza club.
What?
Pizza club.
Close.
No,
The
no.
burrito eating club.
Oh, the wait,
Oh,
what?
Burrito eating club.
oh
Oh,
wow.
yeah,
Burrito?
Chipotle. Yeah.
Burrito eating club. That's the
Oh
Really?
wow.
largest club.
Well, I believe it. Chipotle's the bomb.
Well, it
But I only
depends.
think there's one on the whole campus, isn't there? But I know there's multiple taco joints on the campus.
Oh wow. It just is it that's a little bit disconcerting.
Do you know
So
how many
far,
members they
far
have?
throw from IEEE.
All
Oh,
right, I think we're
Do
gonna
you
have
know?
to we'll have to make a new society, engineers and burritos.
I think it's
Do you,
over 1,000.
Oh wow.
oh, really?
Wow.
I'm sure every
Yeah.
single student in the campus is a member of it.
No, that's I mean, Ohio State has a lot of students. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
what's Ohio State about 60,000 maybe?
Depends how you count and whether you count regional campuses. It's generally the top three. It vacillates between Minneapolis, Twin Cities, I think one of the Floridas, and then us.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway, it's 7:10, so we have 5 minutes, and I think, well, Dr. Berger, anything else in the student section?
Uh, the only thing with the graduate student body is that, as I made reference earlier, just a few minutes ago, a number of key officers graduated. We did not pass the torch yet, so I'm going to have some heavy lifting to do in the next few months to try to get some new members and new officers, because even the few remaining officers, they're gonna term out with their graduations in the next 3 to 6 months or something like that. So we're pretty soon, if we don't mobilize quickly, we might have nobody.
Yeah,
So
so because I
this
know
is the
last time,
trial.
yeah,
Yeah.
last time I spoke to Jorge, I guess he's on his way out.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. So, yeah, this is the nature of the student clubs, the difficulty, the ebbs and flow. And the graduate student is a lot harder heavy lifting to do, because most graduate students don't see any utility in being an IEEE. It's more the undergrads. So the graduate students are there to get their PhD and publish papers and keep their advisor happy, and so it's hard to get them to participate and volunteer.
Yep. Okay. Right, which is kind of sad because they, the IEEE is a huge platform to do a job, to do job like that, especially with the publication and all the resources that is available.
Yeah, I don't think they quite appreciate, yes, exactly, because if they stay in the research field, it's publishing, it's going to conferences, and those are generally IEEE, and so um, get involved and so forth at the ground floor, as I did. I mean, that's why I'm on the precipice of being a life member, because
Mhm.
I was getting involved since I was sophomore, junior.
Yes, and at one point in time, you need a job.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, yep. Yeah. So you have a lot of work to do there. Well, thank you. So with
You're welcome.
that, I think, is there any new business that anybody wants to bring up? Okay, if there's no new business, I'd like to thank everyone for attending the meeting, and it's good to see good turnout tonight, and to see new people. Definitely we'll keep in touch and um, try to get you involved in the section and some of the societies. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of areas here that some of you can definitely volunteer. So with that, I would, I guess, call a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I move.
Okay, so I'll move
I'll
to,
second.
Thank you.
okay,
Thank
okay.
you, everyone.
So Bob, did you second?
Yeah.
Seconded.
Okay, so Bob. All right. With that, motion to adjourn the meeting is carried. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Good night. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Ian.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Bye. All right.